everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Waterfall Live. We're going to call this one the Keeping It in the Family edition with some members of the Imperial Upper House. But before we start, please welcome Empress Katana.
The city of Hamilton and surrounding areas is situated upon the traditional territories of the Erie, Neutral, Huron-Wendat, and the Haudenosaunee and Mississaugas. This land is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, which is an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe to share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. We further acknowledge that this land is covered by the Between the Lakes Purchase 1792 between the Crown and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Today, the city of Hamilton and surrounding areas are home to many Indigenous peoples from across the Turtle Island, and we recognize that we must do more to learn about the rich history of this land so that we can better understand the roles as residents, neighbors, partners, and caretakers. We stand in solidarity with the murdered and missing Indigenous women, girls, transgender, and two-spirited people.
Thank you, Empress Katana. And tonight, of course, we are raising money and awareness to our chosen charities for Reign 27. And those charities are Pride Niagara, we have Hamilton Region Indian Center, Spectrum Community Space, and the McMaster Children's Hospital Adolescent Outpatient Gender Diversity Clinic. And of course, as always, if you would like to donate to those fine charities, you can donate today by e-transfer to waterfallempire@gmail.com, or for our friends in the States, you can donate to paypal.me/waterfallempire. And just a reminder, it is February already, which is crazy. And February is also Black History Month. Black History Month is about honoring the enormous contributions that Black people have made and continue to make in all sectors of society, despite the various hurdles that they had to endure. And it's about celebrating resilience, innovation, and determination to work towards a more inclusive and diverse Canada, a Canada in which everyone has every opportunity to flourish. Awesome. So before we start, with our fantastic guests this evening, I just want to let everybody know about a new fundraiser that we've just started. So show your Waterfall pride with Team Waterfall merchandise. This is awesome. Hoodies and t-shirts available in sizes small to 5X. Orders are accepted until February 28th, and they will be available March 14th. Local delivery is available, and shipping will be available at cost. So add customization on the back, like Emprex Nathan, or I love my Emprex. You can do that one too. To the back for just $10. So send in your orders now to waterfallempire@gmail.com. The colors that you can get both hoodies and t-shirts in are black, white, green, blue, red, purple, green, and pink. So email the waterfallempire@gmail.com with any questions that you have. So that sounds like fun. So basically, it's the Waterfall logo on the front and whatever you want on the back, or you don't have to get anything on the back at all. And just check out that ad that's on Facebook now for all of the different prices. So just want to give a quick shout out to my previous co-host, Empress Drew, as well as Emperor John Ribson, who are representing the Waterfall Empire right now this weekend in San Diego for the ICC meeting, coronation, and the 15th anniversary of the Queen Mother Nicole the Great. So before we go any further, I suppose it's time. Let's bring out one of our fantastic guests. Please welcome ICP Arianna. Oh, where is she? Come on, Arianna. Hi.
What? You're not going to say the name wrong?
I said Fluvenflagen.
Yeah, it's okay. Everybody says it wrong. It's okay. Even I say it wrong most of the time.
Say it.
No.
Say it now.
Fluvenflagen.
Fluvenflagen.
Yes.
Like
you can thank Christina Dior for that one.
All right. Well, welcome to Waterfall Live, and we want our viewers at home to get to know the reigning ICP. And, well, that's you. So that's why we have you. So
I'm sorry I'm not in the face. I haven't been home that long, so
we'll forgive you this time. This
okay,
time.
Good. At least this time.
So first question, when did you start doing drag?
Doing drag?
Yes.
I believe, if I remember correctly, I was 21 when I first did it. That was, God, that's like 23 years ago now. That picture is Nowhere near when I first started. Although Chantel loves this picture. She thinks I look kind of hooshy in this picture, but she always loved that picture.
I was just thinking, you look like somebody, and I can't put my finger on it. Maybe Chantal, put that picture back up. Kind of Jane Fonda-ish, like a young Jane Fonda, pre-workout.
It's back when I was about 50-ish pounds lighter.
Fair.
So, yeah, but that's when I first started going to the embassy. But yeah, no, when I first started doing drag, I was probably 21 or 22. So we're looking at I'm going to date myself here, about 22, 23 years ago.
So that was when you were part of the Baby Drag Queens?
No.
I
was not part of the Baby Drag Queens when they first came out. The Baby Drag Queens, they were a group here in Hamilton. So I wasn't actually in Hamilton at the time.
Gotcha.
I joined them because I became friends with Christopher and I like to perform. And so, and then from there was Chantel, there was Ivana and Adam, and the group of us just like to do things together. It was always fun.
Awesome. So we did talk a little bit about your last name, which is terror to everybody on a microphone. Tell us.
That was the whole point.
What's that?
That was the whole point.
Yes.
That is why I started using it when I started going out around the circuit more, because I wanted to hear people try to pronounce it.
So who came up with the name?
That'd be Christina Dior.
And just for fun, or she just saddled you with that because she knew your intentions?
No, she didn't. She just came up with it one day. She said that I looked like Arianna Fluvenflagen. I'm a Swedish stewardess / hooker.
Perfect.
So that's where the name came from.
That's a pretty decent description of Arianna, I believe.
Most of the time.
Maybe like a flight attendant hooker, maybe?
Yeah, well,
Swedish
flight attendant, same.
Awesome. So, who actually introduced you to the court?
Misery Rain.
Misery Rain.
So when I first started coming down to Hamilton, and we first met, it was during Reign 8. So we were looking at Tegan, Debbie. That's who it was. He roped me into helping campaign for them, and that's when I started being around the court.
So what attracted you to become a member?
Honestly, I don't remember.
That's nobody knows.
One, you're lucky I remember half the things you're asking me. You know how my memory is. I'm surprised Chantel's not putting a little picture of a goldfish floating across the screen right now.
I'm sure it'll come eventually. I think at one point in time, everybody's first introduction to the court at some point in the first week or two, we're asked to drink some sort of weird Kool-Aid concoction, and then we're just stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've drank some really weird concoctions over the years.
Nobody can really say, this is why I'm here. Nobody.
Yeah. I can't give a specific reason. I've been around for a while. I was there for a few years, and then I stopped, and then I didn't do anything for a while, and then I came back. So,
Chantal was very kind, or possibly Stephanie, whoever wrote the script, and said that you've been in the court for a little over 15 years, but I think we've established that it's closer to 19, 20, 21 years. What are some of the biggest changes that you've noticed in that time in the court?
That's hard to think, to be honest with you. Like I said, early on, when I was around early on, I wasn't hugely involved with it. I went to the shows, I helped out at the shows, but that was about it. I didn't do a lot of the other stuff. So, for the first, 10-ish years, like I said, the only experience I had with it was at the shows. After that, I started doing trying to do a bit more in the background and whatnot. I didn't actually start doing a lot with reigning and all that kind of stuff until probably when Christopher stepped up at 14. I think I did a Grand Duke that year. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started doing things. So I haven't really I can't answer that question because I don't really pay that close attention, if you really want me to be honest. I'm what?
No, I'm just saying. It's that goldfish thing.
Exactly. I'm not anybody who knows me, which is you know me just as well as anybody else. I'm not a very observant person, and I'm very kind of out of it most of the time. I don't deny it.
Not only do I notice it, but I capitalize on it as best
I'm
I
aware
can.
you do. I'm aware you do. I know you do. The things I've done for you because I didn't remember that I would say no in the first place.
Right. Well, you never say no, but
Yeah, I got to work on that.
thanks. So, having said that, you have been ICP now 3 times?
This is my third, yes.
And who were your other 2 reigns?
My first was Shada was the Empress and the Trinity, of course.
Mhm.
That year, I had so much fun that year. It was great. And then I did it the second year. My second year was right afterwards. People thought I was absolutely nuts for doing it 2 years in a row.
Agreed.
Because I did it for Misery as well. Misery and Adam's year. Again, it was a wonderful year. And then this is now I took a couple of years off, and well, here I am again.
Awesome. So there's no wrong answer on this next question, but there's definitely a right answer. Who's been your favorite Emprex?
Who's been my favorite Emprex?
Yes.
Well, I've only ever had one Emprex, so that would be you.
Well, that's obvious. Okay. So what that was not in the script, by the way. What advice would you give now to someone new starting it? In fact, we have someone new in the back room who's relatively new to the court who's listening. What advice would you give to get involved, to make the best of it?
To make the best of it, just have fun. Just the best part I find about the court, like, yes, it's great raising money for a charity. Don't get me wrong, that's always a good thing. But the best thing I find about it is just the friendships that I've made over the years. It's like you meet some of the most amazing people from all over the continent, basically, and it's just have fun with it and enjoy yourself and enjoy meeting the new people that you meet.
I'm looking forward to some of the new people that have joined over the next couple of years, just especially if they've only joined in the last 2 years, because they haven't had that yet, right? Like everything's been virtual. It's pretty much just been us, right? Like, so it's.
Trust me, I miss the live stuff. I really do.
Yeah, I think I do. And
you
then
think you do?
Yeah, I think I do. And then I think I can do whole performances seated. That's fun.
This is true. You see that the only thing I enjoy about, I'll be completely honest, I enjoy about the live shows, I don't have to wear heels.
That's true. Well, the live shows you do.
Not the live shows, the online shows.
Right. So outside of the court, what do you do? What's your passion? What do you do?
At the moment, mostly video games, to be honest with you. I don't really do much else. I go to work, come home, spend time with my cat, as everybody saw.
You got a promotion, didn't you?
It's not really a promotion. It's just a different position.
A lateral move?
Yeah. I needed a change at work. I had been in the same position for 18 years, so I needed something different. This came up. It's a nice little Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 4 office job. So, hey, I can't complain.
Write down Aaron's availability after 4 during the week.
Already knew this.
So what video games are you playing now?
Honestly, right now, there was a new thing that showed up on my PlayStation Network. It was a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. So I downloaded that recently. I don't know what it is about it. There's just something about this game. I can sit in front of it for hours and not do anything. And that time just disappears.
Awesome.
Oh, I remember that show. I remember that coronation.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't like wearing the onesie.
I look a little sausage-like in that onesie. That was the thing 1, thing 2 year. That was the year of those glitter. We had glitter top hats, remember? You were in my number. I don't know why I did it all around the number 1.
Yes.
Never wear pants, Victor. Never wear pants. So you were part of the 1. No,
No, I wasn't part of that one.
Sensation. Was it you and Adam? And I had those. I had some really sparkly hats on, like
something like that. I think.
And when
so.
we put them on, we took them off, and it was just cake. It was like the glitter was on the inside of the hat too. Do you remember those?
I do remember those, but I have a lot of experience with glitter thanks to Miss Stephanie Bice. Fair
enough. Look how young you all are there.
That would be our performing of Sweet Transvestite.
Yeah.
I really did the Columbia part many times.
Yeah, you definitely own Columbia. Is there another part in Rocky Horror that you wish you could play?
No, not really.
No, it's gonna be
different. No. I'm good with what I got.
Your jam.
Oh, that. I don't like that picture of me, but hey, I think that's Coronation 14. I think 14, maybe 15. Look
how long your hair is.
Yeah, I know, and it's blonde.
So basically, are you saying video games is how you're keeping yourself busy during lockdown? Are you doing anything else?
Occasionally I go over to Misery and spend some time with her, but that's about it right now.
That's nice of you. It's
yeah. Charitable.
Looking in on her, keeping her safe. That's nice. Look, what are you most looking forward? And don't say live shows because we're all looking forward to live shows. Outside of live shows, what are you most looking forward to now that restrictions are starting to lift?
Just spending time with people. Honestly, just people.
More than just Misery. I'm kidding, Misery. I love you, Misery, if you're listening.
Don't get me wrong. I love my cat. I do. But
is he starting to talk back in English yet? And I think that's the biggest
he started that long ago.
So, are you planning on doing any traveling?
I'd like to. I haven't quite decided where yet. I'm working on that aspect of things. Also have a few things going on right now that are I'll be honest, making money a little tight. So I got to work with that too. So
fair enough. Chantal is very adamant in the chat room.
Rhode Island thing. Yeah, no, I know. She's very adamant about that. Yes. That is April. So I'm still working on seeing if I can pull that off.
Awesome. So what else is coming up for Arianna?
For Arianna? Mm-hmm. As in, it's a good question.
Or Aaron. It can be either, but let's start with Arianna.
A break, I think, to be honest with you. I think she wants to take a break for a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to deny it. It's just one of those things. I think it's time just to relax for a bit and just have a bit of fun.
I will say this, that you work hard as ICP and we appreciate everything that you do. So you absolutely deserve a break, but not until maybe the second weekend in August, if that's okay.
Maybe the second weekend in August. I
will allow that break to happen until the third weekend of August. And then I have an idea for production number.
That quickly, huh? Great.
That quickly. Thank you so much.
That's something I can look forward to, about the fact that with my new job, I'll actually be able to take an entire coronation week off.
Excellent. That should be fun. Yeah, so, you usually deke in and out, and Saturday mornings at work, and
yeah, right? My last position, I couldn't help it. It's a long weekend, so working for U-Haul.
Yeah, fair enough.
So anyway. The position I'm in right now, it doesn't. The time of the month doesn't affect it as much anymore. So.
Oh yeah, first of the month too.
Yeah.
Fair. Excellent. Anyway, Arianna, I thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for all that you do for me, of course, as well as the rest of the Upper House and the organization. I'm going to let you go
now. Okie dokie. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye. That was your ICP, your current ICP, Arianna Fluvenflagen. So say it with me, folks. Fluvenflagen. So before we find our next guest, I just want to let everybody know who our member of the week is. This week's member highlight is Macy Manolo. Macy was born and raised in St. Catharines, Ontario, where she still currently resides. A big personality with a winning smile and a talent for entertainment. Macy became involved with the former Imperial Court of St. Catharines and Niagara at the at the behest. Who wrote this? At the behest of Empress Claudia Silva, back when she was performing at the VU. Rumor has it a little vodka was involved. There was definitely vodka involved. She would end up working her way up to IPR and eventually served as ICP to Empress Katana. Among her other community titles, she has been Miss Gay St. Catharines, Miss Pride Niagara, and of course, Entertainer of the Year, just to name a few. Macy is well known within the community as a drag queen, personality, entertainer, event coordinator, and activist, as well as for her continued support and fundraising across Canada and the US with various LGBTQ+ organizations. Currently, she is the co-host, along with Empress Claudia, of Niagara Region's original and infamous Drag It to Brunch, Niagara's longest-running drag brunch, serving the most fabulous brunch experiences across Niagara. Outside of drag, at one point, Macy worked for 8 years on a cruise ship for the Royal Caribbean Cruises, but now currently works as Community Development and Education Coordinator for Positive Living Niagara. In her free time, Macy can be found at Good Life Fitness, working out, spending time with friends, and enjoying the occasional cocktail or two. She's fun-loving spirit with a great positive attitude towards life and a heart full of joy with a side of shade. By the way, Macy would like to remind everyone, when in doubt, to always wear red, just not when she's around. So from our hearts, Macy Manolo, the Waterfall Empire, salutes you. Congratulations, Belbo. Now, before we go any further, we would like to present a very special performance by your Empress. This is Empress Katana.
Let's go, girls. I'm feeling alright, gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise, really raise my voice. Yeah, I wanna scream and shout. No inhibitions, make no conditions. Get a little out of line. I ain't gonna act politically correct. I only wanna have a good time. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. Oh, they're totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men shirt, short skirts. Really go wild and nerd and style. Get in the action, feel the attraction. Color my head, do what I dare. I wanna be free, feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman. The girls need a break tonight. I'm gonna take the chance to get out on the town. We don't need romance, we only wanna dance. We're gonna let our hang down. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. They're totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men shirt, short skirts. Really go wild and nerd and style. Get in the action, feel the attraction. Color my head, do what I dare. Wanna be free, feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman. Yeah. feel like a woman.
Ooh, nice video, Empress Katana. So without further ado, let's bring in our next fabulous guest. This is the current Imperial Princess Royale Chanelle Deux-Visage. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
Fabulous.
It's been forever.
It has been forever. Did you work today?
I didn't have to work today. No, I have Thursday off. So
This is why you're looking so beautiful for us so early on a Thursday.
yes.
So you are in one of the most affected businesses by the pandemic. How's your schedule been for the last 2 years now?
2 years, it's been absolutely crazy. So we had 13 weeks off the first time. We went back for 5 months. They gave us 5 weeks off. We went back for 3 weeks, and then they gave us another 11 weeks off. So I've only been working again since June 30th of last year. And then as of January this year, I moved to a new salon. So
fantastic. You got a promotion, did you not?
So last June, I got a promotion to manager. And then this year in January, I left that company as manager. And now I'm just back as stylist.
Awesome. Excellent. Happy though?
Love it. So far, so good. It's more of what I'm looking for, definitely. So
perfect. So back in the summer, we noticed that you were able to actually get out and do some stuff. You played baseball, correct?
I did. I played for the Steel City Inclusive Softball League.
Awesome. So is this your first year playing?
It is. Actually, it's the first year that Hamilton's actually done a league.
Oh, really?
So there's leagues in Toronto, and I think there's a league, I want to say somewhere in Niagara, but it might be on the state side. So Hamilton started their own this year.
I think you're right. I think there is one just over the border in Niagara Falls, New York. I think Rhonda Richards used to play quite a bit for it. So how did your team do?
We won the season, and then we won the championship tournament. So we actually did quite well this year.
I don't think you can do any better, can you?
Not from what I know, but
that's like the Super Bowl.
It's weird because I always played different sports growing up. Like I played hockey and soccer. I never played baseball. So I just kept telling everyone I was the filler on the team because I'm like, I really don't know how to play baseball.
So how did you get involved with it if you'd never played before?
So I actually happened to be at one of the drag nights at Absinthe, and they decided to announce that there was going to be this baseball league. And I figured I was already part of this organization. Like, why not join another thing in the community? Why not combine the two? So I signed up, but that was the fall before COVID actually hit. So they didn't actually run it the first season they were supposed to. So it got moved over to this summer.
Awesome. Well, do you know how is there a way for anybody else to look up information, or how would they get involved if they wanted to get involved?
You can look it up through Instagram and Facebook, and it's SCISA, I think. That's the acronym.
Steel City Inclusive Softball Association?
Yes.
Awesome. We'll try and get that up on our Facebook page too at some point, hopefully over the next hour or so. But let's switch to drag because,
okay,
that's what we both know. I know nothing about baseball. So when did you start doing drag?
I was actually underage. I started doing drag so I could go to the bar. And at that point in time, it was like, if I can do this and get in, it's going to work out for me. And then eventually I just started doing it all the time. So
excellent. What was it about? Was it drag that brought you to the court, or was it something else?
It was the people I was meeting through drag. So like when I first went out, I ended up meeting like Kiana. I ended up meeting Misery. I ended up meeting Adam, Aaron, Arianna. So those people were already in the court, and then that's how I got involved with it as well.
Awesome. So who specifically introduced you? We're trying to get down to whether or
I
not
would
we've
probably
all
say
been.
Adam.
You would say Adam?
Yeah, would be the first person to actually like introduce me to the court and kind of like explain it to me. Or Damon, however you want to say it. He is an emperor, so I guess we should use his name.
So what are your aspirations in the court? Like, what do you hope to achieve in your career?
To even call it a career, right?
Yeah.
Wow, you're putting big words out there. I don't know. I'm not sure that there's really like anything specific I want to do. I just enjoy performing and raising money. Like to me, it's a social thing.
Right. So you've been IPR a couple of times now.
Twice. So last year and this year, and then yeah.
So do you have any aspirations for like a monarch title or like an imperial crown princess title or?
I could see ICP for sure. As for Empress, like I'll go as far as say never. I've learned that over the last couple of years. Like I would always say, oh, I would never do that. And here I am doing things I thought I would never do. Mm-hmm. Baseball being one of them. So
excellent.
I just always never say never, right?
I think that you would be a fantastic Empress.
Oh, well,
just so you're aware. And I think you're phenomenal. I've always thought you're phenomenal though. I will tell you when I decided that you were fabulous. And that was when you came to ball in a dress that was stunning. And then I told you it was stunning and you just went, I made it out of a shower curtain. And I'm like, like, that's it. Like, perfect. Like, you are my kind of queen, straight up.
Oh, definitely. Like, I just, Dollarama's my best friend.
That's awesome.
Like, if I do buy a wig, it's usually at the discount bin, and I figure out a way to make it work, so.
Excellent. Is that how you do it? Is that how you come up with your ideas? You just go in, if you see something, you try and make something work, or do you get an idea in your head and then try and find
recently it's been ideas in my head. But a lot of times it will be like I'm walking through a store and I'll see like a random shaped, like creative kind of thing, like a piece of art. And I'm like, that could totally be an outfit. Or it's a certain color I see, like the shower curtain. I just chose that because it was a specific color. And I'm like, technically it's fabric. We'll figure it out.
Technically it's fabric. Oh, I guess you're right. Do you have any travel plans coming up now that restrictions are easing?
Not anything specific. No, I'm not a huge traveler. I have started creeping my way into traveling a little bit more. I'm just too stressing. Like I stress too easily when I travel. So
right.
I've been pushing myself. Like I said, never say never. I have done a little bit of traveling. Like now that the restrictions are kind of easing up, I've been doing like the go bus to like little city trips and stuff like that, but nothing far.
Have you ever done an out-of-town coronation?
Other than Toronto, when I first started, I did one St. Catherine's coronation, but nothing outside of the diamond.
Nothing outside of the diamond. Is there any that you've heard of that you want to check out?
There's a bunch. I mean, I've heard about Rhode Island. I've heard about New York. I've heard about Florida was the first time when Misery was reigning, she went down. I thought that would kind of be interesting to see how it would work out. Like I said, I'm not a traveler, so we'll see what comes up, but never say never.
That's what I would say. I would say I'm not a traveler either, and then I had to hop on a plane by myself to go to LA, and now I would gladly get on a train or a plane to go anywhere. It's like that. It just changes you. So where can we see you next?
Probably at work. That's all I get to do right now. So if you want to catch me, I work at Liebridge.
Well, you are going to be featured, I believe, in at least one number at the upcoming
Oh,
dueling
yes,
duet.
we're doing that dueling duet. So I will
Mhm.
be part of that evening.
Excellent.
Me and Misery are doing a number. So
Perfect. I know which number was
check it
assigned. So
out.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and thank you for everything that you do for the
Thanks
Imperial
for having me.
Waterfall.
You guys are awesome. Have a great one. See you guys
too.
soon.
Bye. Awesome. Love Chanelle. Love Arianna. Want to thank them both for being here tonight. And just speaking of some of our upcoming events, we have got Friday night check-ins happening on Fridays at 7 o'clock, hosted by sometimes me, sometimes the lovely Arianna Fluvenflagen, and sometimes somebody else. But hopefully, I haven't talked to her yet. Hopefully this week's will be hosted by Arianna Fluvenflagen, who is in the back room and can give me a thumbs up right now, because I will be at work. So awesome. This Friday will be hosted by Arianna. Check back in for Waterfall Live. We are coming back now that the lockdown is lifted. We will be back once a month, the first Thursday of every month. So look for us again the first Thursday of March. We hope you've enjoyed the weekly episodes during this recent lockdown. I'm sorry it was me. We also have spin to wins happening all the time right now. We have a 50-50 wheel up there. So for $10, you can win $135. Make sure you comment on the original post on the Spin to Win charity game page to get your spots, and we will spin that as soon as it's full. We also have dueling duets coming up in February, hosted and produced by ICP Felton B. Bender. That's coming up February 12th. Everybody signed up. So the concept of this show is everybody signed up, but we pick the songs that they have to do. So it should be interesting. Hopefully we are pushing people a little further out of their comfort zone. Also, Tycott is having a bingo coming up on the 13th of February. So if you get a chance, head out to Flash. All the funds raised are for Toronto people with AIDS food programs and the Rainbow Railroad. Drag Queen Story Time with Pride Niagara is also coming up. I cannot remember the date, but keep an eye out. I'm sorry, it's on the 21st of February at 3 p.m. Usually with Claudia Silva, of course, Macy Manola, who we talked about tonight, Harrietta, as well as Raven S. Claw. We have Waterfall Trivia starting in March. We are so excited. So keep an eye out on the Waterfall Empire page for times as well as trivia topics. And we will be hosting those at the Well starting in March. Very excited and looking for something to do tonight. Following this show, Empress Claudia Silva with special guest Vanity Alamode are at the Well. And they will be performing to their heart's content, I'm sure. Vanity is always entertaining, and while Claudia Silva is, of course, Claudia Silva, there is no one better. There is a mediocre DJ for sure. I will be spinning tunes between sets and after the performances. So if you have any requests, by all means, text me or come and see me or something of that nature. But yeah, so the Well is back and running. So come and see us tonight. And if I'm late, I apologize because the weather is really, really bad, but we are going to try and make it out there tonight. I just want to say thank you to everybody who have been paying attention for the last couple of weeks while we do these weekly episodes for you during the lockdown. We really appreciate everybody who's tuned in. And once again, don't forget, we're going back to monthly. So we will... Anybody who's playing the Watch for Michael in the background game... Anyway, so anybody, just a reminder that we are back the first Thursday in March for our next episode. Just thank you again for watching me and watching us, and Miss Drew thanks you as well for all the support we've had over the last couple of weeks. I want everybody to stay safe, stay warm, stay back 6 feet, all of those things, wash your hands, and have a great night. We're going to finish things off with a performance by me. So, if you like it, send us some money at waterfallempire@gmail.com or paypal.me/waterfallempire. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
you